Hello everybody, it's Jeanette here from my Cottage Crafts. I was just playing around with my products from Beebeecraft for the month and thought I'd turn the camera on and would make something together. I'm actually making a journal cover, and what I've done is I have already made the base for the cover just using a file divider. I've reinforced the spine of it, folded the edges down, so it's sort of going to go like that. So it's a nice little size. In fact, it is 3 3/4 by approximately 7.5, with a 1-inch spine, which is a nice size for a journal. And I'm just looking at the cover. I did cover the file divider in this lovely paper that I have. It feels like handmade paper, but I don't know if it is for sure, but it just has a nice colour. It was originally this green. I have this beautiful lace piece from Beebeecraft that is this. It's actually like an old white to start with, but I just wanted to deepen the colour a little bit, so I cut some off and put it in some weak tea. So I've tea stained that and just cut a piece to go on the cover like that. And I think that looks nice with this nice colour, tan colour peeking through. Now, I also received from Beebeecraft these lovely applique pieces. And so what I've done is I've cut one up. You get 2 in the pack. And I've cut one up. And this is a piece of it, and I thought that would be nice. I just need to make sure I know where that fold is. Going up like that on the front cover there. It's a very pretty colour. I took the rhinestone out of there. Where did I put that? There it is, there. I took it out of the middle of this flower, and I also have this lovely embroidered trim from Beebeecraft. I cut some off and I did tea stain that a little bit as well. So I've cut a piece, and I think I'll put that in the centre there and then re-stick the rhinestone in the centre. That's as far as I got. I've also got this little flower I could put there as well. But I think that looks quite nice at the moment. I have these tassel pieces from Beebeecraft, and I do have a video on everything I got for the month from Beebeecraft. I'll link that in the description box below also. These are lovely. They have these little, actually I think, is that the one I played with? Yes, this is what they look like. So you get 3 little drop flowers. I've already taken one off there in a to add it to something I was making a previous journal. And you can just pull these apart. I've already started pulling this one apart. That's why it came out so easily. And they're actually a series of, I think, 1 or 2 crepe flowers, and they're ever so pretty. So what I could do is I could use that on there as well, like that perhaps, and put that. I'm not sure whether that will go there now, but I could put that one there, which I think looks rather nice. And I'll find something to... Oh, actually, I know what I could do. It's just this one feels a bit big now. I could cut that down a little and glue that to the centre. Just cut that spiral out of the centre and see if that works. It might do. And put that in the centre of there, like that. That would, I think that would work better, most definitely. So that's what I have in mind for the front cover. Just thinking how I'm going to put this, whether I'm going to glue it or stitch it. I'm thinking stitching might be best, all around the scallop, straight down there, across the top and the bottom. But then I'll probably stitch this scallop effect here as well. Yes, that might be nice. In fact, I was just thinking, I wonder if, like, I could cut another little flower off this trim and it could go on the back of the cover like that. I could have my little logo and it could overlap that a little bit as well. I think that would be very pretty. Yes. Okay, so I think I will go ahead and do all that, and then I can come back and show you what it looks like. All right, so I'll be back shortly. All right, so I've done all that. I added the little flower to the back there. I did my stitching. I did change up the rhinestone from the larger silver one. It was just a little bit too big for what I wanted, so I put this lovely, almost it's got a look of opal to it in the center there, which I think looks very pretty. So that's all done. I just thought I might add a couple of little buttons as well, and these are from Beebeecraft, little shell buttons. So I'll just get a bit of thread and thread those up. Got all my scissors going here, haven't I? And I did put a little bit of the Yoo-hoo glue under the fabric carefully so it didn't shine through, so it didn't bubble. Oh, I don't know why I'm knotting that. Don't need to knot that. Okay. Actually, that one's a little bit whiter. Let's go for a more creamy colour. And I'm just threading them. Sorry about the glue stuck to my fingers. Might do two. Okay, so that's that one. Now this one. I hope everybody's keeping well. I feel like I've recovered from my cold now, which went on a little bit longer than I expected. Just a little cough at the end there that took a while to go. I had my son visiting, so it was nice that I'd got over it. He's on his uni break at the moment, so he's enjoying his course. So he spent a few days here over the weekend seeing his friends and his sisters, and Me and my husband, of course, so perhaps one there or there, like that. And put one up there as well. That might work. Alright, we'll just do it. One about there. I'll give it another press when it starts drying. And one there like that. There we go. Let me have a look. Yes, quite like that. What I'm also going to do is make a little pouch for the journal. Quite like making a pouch last time for a journal as well. So that's what the cover will look like. That's very pretty. Yes, I like that. I may or may not, when I finish the actual journal, add anything to that. I don't know as yet. Sometimes you get a bit of inspiration as you're making the journal. You can see the stitching inside that I did, but that will all be covered. These will be 2 pocket flaps inside the front and back cover, but I will insert the actual journal into this part, but I can't do that until I've actually done all the pages and things. So that's as much as I can do with the actual journal cover today. But like I said, I would like to make a pouch, and I've started putting something together here using similar components, but instead of covering the whole journal with this browny tan colour, I've left the green showing. I quite like that. That's the other part of the applique there. A little bit of trim. I've just ripped a little piece of book paper to lighten it. As you can see, that is the divider there. It wasn't quite long enough, so the piece that I trimmed off the bottom, I pieced together and just made that flap a little bit longer. I did score along that curve top there as well, so this will be going like that, but I do need to make some side pieces as well. I don't know if I might have to get some more, another piece of file folder to do that, so I'll be back in a moment. Alright, so I've cut a couple of side pieces there. I've scored them at 1/4 inch all the way around. I'm just going to cut them like that, I think, just on an angle. Like that. That should work, one would hope. And fold it. Like that. And like that. We'll see how this works. This one's going to be glued in, not stitched in like before. So I'm thinking just gluing that to the side there should be fine. Of course, I could do it the other way and leave a little hollow, but I think I will do it that way. So I'll glue the base first. Keep my eye on those fold lines. So they're like that. Looks about right. I just need to lift it up so I can move it down a little. I think that looks about right. Like that. Okay. So that will go like that, and then that will get glued on the inside. So I might make sure that crease is pretty good. I really want the glue to dry properly before I do that though. Otherwise it will be a bit more difficult. What I should do though is perhaps just start decorating this flap a little bit here. I can take, oops, wrong ones. Let's just take some of this off. Like that. And that's going to sit up a bit, so I'm thinking like that. This is just a gardening book I'm using, so there's nothing on there that I have to worry about or anything like that, which is always nice. It's just all about gardening. They're my favourite ones to use because, you know, sometimes if you're using a novel or something like that, you have to sort of watch what you're putting there. And plus gardening ones are always great for floral journals because it's relatable, isn't it? Here we go, about there, that looks about right. Now I had these pieces, that one there like that. Go. I think that's about right because the floral piece will be, how was I doing that? It kind of goes like that. So I only needed that sliver there to be seen, really, just to make a little contrast. I wonder if I should do some though. Maybe I should. How far up does that go? Oh, it goes all the way up, so that's fine. Okay, like that. Now before I put this piece on though, like that, I wanted to use some of this on here. But whether, like, I'm just trying to work out what to use, or I could just, because I cut a piece off, I could just cut a piece off the top and use the fabric on the cover. I think that might be nice, like that. And then I can kind of gather it up a little bit and make a ruffle across there. That might be nice. Let's have a look. Something like that. And I was going to put something like that on there too, but I did also want to put a couple of buttons on there. See, I could use a bit more of that really, couldn't I? Maybe I need to ruffle that first and see what it looks like. I may have to trim these little points just a bit. We'll see what it looks like. I'll be back in a moment. I'll stitch that on. Okay, so the ruffle has been stitched on with a couple of higgledy-piggledy lines of stitching. I also stitched all the way around it, just in a straight stitch. And before I go any further, I want to glue a little magnet on under this flap here. Got a couple of little magnets. And I just want to make sure I get them put on before I go too much further. So it's about center, I think. If I put that there, like that, it looks about right, doesn't it? I need to get it in the middle actually, because although that one, you know, it won't be that noticeable. Oh, that's good. That's center. So I'll leave that there, and then I want to put something over here to disguise it. But nothing too thick, simply because it still has to work like a magnet. Maybe just a bit of book paper could work. Okay, let me just cut a bit of book paper. That was a bit fast. Okay, so that, and I can just give it a rip. And it could go like that just to finish off the inside. I think that will work all right. Cover up that magnet, but the magnet will still be able to be used. Let's have a look where we want to. Okay, so about there and there. There. And there. Okay. Like that. I might just use the glue stick for that. Should work all right. Around that magnet might need a bit more glue just to keep it in check. Let's have a look. There we go. Okay, that should be all right, like that. It will be noticeable on this side, but I think I'll find something to pop over it so it's not so well, so it doesn't look just like a magnet. Yeah, so where's my little magnet gone? Here we go. There we go. I might glue these up. Oh, hang on. I might let that set first. That would be a smart thing to do. And get these bits decorated here. And then I can put glue on there. Although it might be easier to do that now, I'm thinking just for the sake of being able to clamp it, but then will it be straight? That's the thing. No, I'll decorate this. Decorate that first. Okay, where's my little pre-cut piece? It's here. So we'll put some glue behind this. Hopefully that's all right. What else was I was going to put some of that on there. And how was I going to do that? Oh, what about if I pop a piece under there like that? It's just sort of peeking out a little. And then I can put it across like that, maybe. Is that going to... I've lost my cover. Oh, here it is. Yeah, that'll be fine. I think so. Because they don't have to be exact. They just have to complement one another. Plus, I will more than likely use this trim inside of... yeah, it'll be fine. Inside of the journal itself. So let's just see. Perhaps there. These floral trims are so useful for your crafting. Quite like that, because although this is very fancy, this the ragged cloth, the torn book paper and the embroidered trim bring it down just a little bit, without ruining it, of course. Let's put some of this on. Hands are all sticky. Need to get that straight before it dries too much. Okay, I don't want to get glue all over these flowers here. I think that looks alright. Oh, it's hard to tell. It seems to look alright. And now get this one on. Under there, I think. Look at that. Try and keep it in the same line. Like that. I think that's fine. Yeah. Okay. Like that. Does it need a bow? One's a little bit loose because I actually glued that flower there, because when I was cutting up the actual applique, oops, oh, quick, you don't want to lose that. Okay, I just pulled the thread out of the flower there, and we don't want to lose our flower, so I'll just glue that back. Let me get a little, where did I put them? Just a little sparkle. I might leave that one and just put one of these ones there so it will complement the cover, but just like that. I think that's quite nice. Yeah. Okay, now I need to glue this. I'm not going to use this glue, I don't think, 'cause although it does dry well. Okay, we'll just be careful. Finding something that I can press it down with all the way. That's all. Seems to be all right. I think that will work. It seems all right, doesn't it? And now I just need to put a bit of glue in the exact right spot. So that's what the side looks like that. That will open up and my lovely journal will sit in there. That also prevents me making the journal too big, which is a good thing. Yes, especially because the front's quite decorative as well. So I need to place okay. I'm just going to mark that little spot in pencil very lightly. I should actually, oh, I can't. Let's just try. Let's just try. Oh my goodness, look at all that glue. That should hold it, shouldn't it? going about there. About there, I think. Over more. Oops. That's better. Let's have a look. I'm just trying to get that. Yeah, that looks much better there. Okay. I'm pulling it apart. I have to re-glue. That's pretty much it, I think. Yep, that's got it. Okay, let me press that down like that and get a piece of paper and cut a hole out of it. Actually, I could use this. Okay, and I will glue that over it. There we go. That will tidy it all up. Okay. Some bits get fiddly, don't they, with any project. Okay, I'm going to let that dry and then I'll come back and show you. Alright, so I'm calling this part of the project done. I've done my lovely journal cover like that. I have done the back of it. I've used the beautiful cotton lace trim and the lovely floral embroidered trim. I've used the applique piece because there were two in the pack. I've also used these lovely chiffon tassel flowers together with the mother of pearl buttons in that project. I did insert a tie, and of course this journal isn't made yet, but I'll show you how I did that. I got my little craft knife and just slit a tiny little hole there and there in that fold, glued it down generously, and that will be a nice little closure for the journal once it's finished, of course. But this is the cover. like that. I've just left it open a little bit to give the illusion that it is a journal. And then, of course, the little pouch that the journal will go in. Remember, these pouches are not meant to be robust and strong. They're just a lovely little addition to a journal that you can keep it in quite nicely. And it's got a nice little magnetic closure there. I think it turned out very pretty. I really like how that worked, and it's just made out of a divider, a cardboard divider. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial, and I'll have another project this month from Beebeecraft also. So take care, everybody. Bye.